All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure none of you guys are doing well, so I'm not even going to say, hope you guys are doing well. I mean, I hope you guys are doing well on a personal front, but of course, from a Chelsea point of view, I'm pretty certain none of you guys are doing well. Some of you guys had the pleasure of going to bed straight after the match finished. Me, I went to bed, but I obviously had to start work a couple of hours later, so I only got like 2 hours sleep. So all day just couldn't concentrate at work. Very disappointing loss. Very disheartening. Yeah, honestly, that loss hurt me. That loss did hurt me. I'm pretty sure it hurt a lot of you guys as well. So yeah, we're here, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver a truth bomb. Some people are like me. I'm looking for a positive, looking for some positivity, this, that, the other. No problems. Yeah, look, I can't just manufacture positivity. Like I'm here to talk the truth, and you can comment however you want to comment about it, but I'm here to talk about how I feel, and I've never sugarcoated how I felt, and I hope you guys don't sugarcoat either. You know, there is a time where you can be positive, but at the same time, you need to be, if you're forcing for positivity, like if you're forcing to be positive, then you're not being truthful to yourself. How are you going to address certain situations? So look, we're going to talk about what transpired yesterday. Truth bomb is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Over 130 people live already. Big up to each and every one of you guys, first of all. Big up to you guys. And I'm pretty sure you guys have been enduring tough times as well since yesterday's loss. So yeah, big up to each and every one of you guys. Smash the like button as soon as you come through. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe as well. I'm pretty certain most of you guys, before the match started yesterday, you would have felt that, this is a must win. This is a must win. There were a few that were like, oh, I don't know. They are a bogey team, West Ham. We generally don't do well over there. There were a few, but majority of you guys expected a win. Majority of you guys would have looked at that game against Liverpool and what we did in the preseason as well. You would have looked at that body of work that we have completed so far under Pochettino, and you would have felt confident moving into this match against West Ham that this has to be a W. From what we have seen from the first match against Liverpool, how well we played against them after being 1-0 down, and how magnificently we sort of came back into that match. Yeah, we didn't win, but we were strong in that match, especially in the second half. We peppered them. We should have won. So off the back of that, you would have all expected to win. And to not win, to have a very strong end to the first half against West Ham, and then to capitulate in the second half in the manner that we did, with West Ham having, one less player. We had the advantage. That is what we want to talk about. That's been the disappointment. And we have to be honest. I'm going to take some of your comments very, very soon. First, let me have my piece about the whole situation, and then I'm going to take your comments. First up, ladies and gentlemen, look, I think the message is clear. None of us want to have the same season as last season. None of us. What we experienced last season, I hope the manager and I hope the players well and truly understand that is not acceptable. And this season, I can already see people coming up with excuses. They've got excuses written up. They've got the notebook out. They've got the pen out, and they're writing those excuses down already. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first trap. This is the first trap. As soon as you start accepting and as soon as you start looking for excuses, that is your that is your process to being trapped of a yet another mediocre season. So stay away from excuses. Call it out. Call out how you feel. Call things out how you feel. Don't come up with several excuses because that's what we did last season. Full of excuses. We want to stay away from that. We start with Pochettino. We'll start with Pochettino. Pochettino has been going around since he's been hired as the Chelsea manager. He's been talking big. He's been talking big and he's been giving us fan base a lot of confidence. You know, the kind of confidence that we want to see from our manager. He's been going around saying that being at Chelsea is all about winning trophies. And if you're part of Chelsea and you're a Chelsea player, you need to be fighting for titles. He even said this season, from the get-go, with the level of investments that we've made and the owners have made, he said we need to be in the title mix. It's his words, not my words. Even though I don't think we're in a title mix, I truly think we can still come third with the quality that we have. But it's Pochettino who's going out there and saying all of this big talk. So you need to translate your big talk to big actions. And so far, for the first couple of games, and I understand Nkunku being injured, you know, you need to reassess and readjust your plans. I get it. Nkunku is a big player, huge player for us. Yeah? And he's a creative source. He can score goals. It's a big loss for us. It's a big loss. But not having Nkunku doesn't mean that you need to now completely rip up what you worked on in the preseason and do something totally different. Now, I'm not talking about totally different in the sense of our system. I think the system is what we used back in the preseason as well. Four at the back, sometimes without possession, three at the back, where the wingers or the wing backs, whatever you want to call it, comes and makes it a five. But it's really four at the back. But what I have a huge issue with Pochettino is after spending, and this is not a go at Pochettino himself because he's not the one who spent the money, but he takes the blame for choosing the personnel. After Chelsea Football Club spending nearly 800 million, close to £1 billion. After Chelsea Football Club spending close to £1 billion, you're telling me our best left winger is Ben Chilwell. You're telling me after spending all of that money, the guy that we want to have on the left wing is Ben Chilwell. Because if that's the case, we've already screwed up. After spending all of that money, if that's the case, we've already screwed up. And Pochettino never used Levi Colwill as a left back in the preseason. I understand Levi Colwill as an LCB can operate in that left back area, but Levi Colwill as an LCB stays a little bit more central where he can thread those passes through the middle. Whereas if he's drifted too much on the left side, he's kind of boxed away. It's easy to press him. It's easy to corner him. All of a sudden, Levi Colwill is playing as a left back. I now completely understand why someone like Lewis Hall left the football club. Lewis Hall probably saw the situation and like, Levi Colwell is not even a frontline left back, and he's playing left back. There's Chilwell, there's Ian Martson, there's Cucurella. None of these three are playing left back, and Colwell is playing left back. No wonder Lewis Hall left. No wonder Lewis Hall left. So Pochettino needs to come back to basics. Pochettino needs to start selecting people in an adequate manner for the system that he's playing. Now, a lot of people are saying about Gallagher. No problems. I don't want him to start as well. But I think we saw from Caicedo yesterday, yeah, he's not fully match sharp and match fit as yet. There was some very uncharacteristic stuff that I saw from Caicedo. That was the worst. That was the worst debut that I saw from Caicedo, from a player. Right? So I'm pretty sure Caicedo will gain his match fitness and match sharpness very soon. He just needs a bit more time in the training ground with everyone else. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Caicedo, but I do want to see him start very, very soon. Gallagher cannot start for us. I need to start seeing Caicedo in the starting lineup very soon. So Pochettino needs to stop this Ben Chilwell left wing, first of all. Play your natural Ben Chilwell as left back. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first thing. This is the first thing that I want to touch base with you guys in this truth bomb. Why are we playing this four at the back with Levi Colwell as a left back and Ben Chilwell as a left wing position? Can someone explain to me why we're doing that? Even if you don't rate Mudryk, Mudryk's the one who's the winger. And we'll come to Mudryk as well, because this truth bomb will have a lot of talk about players too. Why are we using Ben Chilwell as a left winger? Why not use Ian Martson then? I don't get it. Why are we using Ian Martson? I'm pretty certain Ian Martson's probably going to get sold now. I understand Ben Chilwell's the vice captain. Then use Ben Chilwell as the left back. Why are we using Levi Colwell as left back? Is there a need to have Levi Colwell, Thiago Silva, and Axel Desassi? And we'll get to Axel Desassi very soon. Even though Mudryk has been so poor yesterday, he was so poor. Surely there comes a time where we have to start giving him a shot. Surely. Like, we spent quite a lot of money on Mudryk. We will make a mammoth loss if we were to get rid of him right now. Like, surely there comes a time where Pochettino will have to sit down with this particular player and explain to him what is required of him on that left side. Surely this player needs to get 3-4 games in a row. Even though he screwed up yesterday, was such a poor, pathetic performance from Mudryk. It's not even funny. But surely, like, we need to start giving him some game time. And then if he's not performing to the level that we want him to perform, that's Pochettino doing the coaching business, right? That's when Pochettino has to coach a player, what he wants from that player. We cannot sustain with Ben Chilwell being the left winger. And now, hopefully, Noni Madueke slowly will come back into fitness. Look, as much as I'm starting to that game that Raheem Sterling played yesterday against West Ham, That was his best one this season. Raheem Sterling looked electric on that right side. He looked so comfortable on that right side. I don't mind Raheem Sterling starting there on a regular basis. Then, if you don't trust Mudryk, then start trusting Madueke on the left side. Now, if you don't even trust Madueke, well, who are you going to trust, man? You don't trust Mudryk, you don't trust Madueke, you're going to have to trust some of these wingers. I understand Madueke is not fully match fit yet. I get that. I fully understand that. But soon, let's have wingers starting in wing positions. Let's have Ben Chilwell back into left back position. Let's have Levi Colwell and Thiago Silva or Axel Desasi, whoever you want to put. I would rather Colwell and Thiago Silva for the timing. Let's have them as the two CBs. Traditional 2CB, left back being Ben Chilwell, left wing being either Mudryk or Madueke or Sterling. In the middle, no Gallagher, go with Caicedo, and let's start winning games. Let's start winning games. So this is what I want to talk about Pochettino. I've not lost faith in Pochettino. He's a good manager. I've not lost faith in him. But what he has been doing is kind of been a bit strange to me. It's been a very, very strange situation. 2 matches down. I know early days. I understand early days. But 1 point. You're talking the big talk. You're talking the big talk. But you only got 1 point. It's not good enough. This season is not going to be easy. Now we're going to start talking about some players. Milo, thank you for this comment. Does that say much, Miz? If that was Sterling's best game, then I'm still disappointed. He was poor till he had 2 good running the box latter part of the first half. Second, he and everyone was pedestrian. Look, second half everyone was bad, but no, I thought Sterling was a very good player yesterday. He set up Jackson in the box, man. That dribble in the first half, how he blitzed through the entire West Ham team, got to the byline, crossed it in, squared the ball. Jackson needs to finish that. Jackson had an air shot. And don't forget, he got the penalty as well. And second half, it was really just Sterling. All the other people around him were just gone to bed. Sterling did what he could do. He needs his other team members to wake up, right? So Pochettino needs to start playing the right way. Now, players. I want to start with Axel Desasi. I'm really worried about this particular defender. Twice now, back to back. Liverpool as well. He was a little bit shifty here and there. He got away with it because he scored that goal. That's why people don't remember too much about it. Axel Desasi, from the first 2 games I've seen, and once again, early days. No problems. Early days. We'll get to fully assess him down the track. He is unaware. His awareness of who's around him, which opposition players around him, he's not always there. That's number 1. Number 2, I have now seen too many players dribble past him. Too many players are going past him. And yesterday, Antonio, we're looking for a striker. Chelsea Football Club's looking for a striker, and we're looking to splash money 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 million. And Antonio for West Ham is still picking up our CBs and twisting them up in a knot. Antonio. What Antonio did for that goal, Axel Desasi should not be letting a shot through like that. Should not. A central defender. for Chelsea Football Club should not be allowing Antonio to have a shot from range like that. You should be closing it down. But even before that, even Levi Colwell was absolutely bumped off. Antonio just pushed Levi Colwell and Levi Colwell went flying. Axel Desarci all throughout that second half as well. Players were going past. Not good enough. Some people are saying Robert Sanchez. Yeah, Robert Sanchez. Yeah, look, Robert Sanchez probably could have, maybe he should have been able to save that Antonio shot. Antonio shot was, it was from range. Should be able to do that. And I knew, Robert Sanchez is not like some world-class goalkeeper. I said that he's better than Kepa. He's slightly better. I did say that in my videos. It's better in distribution. Ball playing ability is better than Kepa. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Kepa down the track. Pochettino also has to get our defense right. Seppi's defending yesterday with all of those defenders, how Agard was just open for a header. That's mad. That is mad. Next up, I want to talk about Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell, what is his role? Does anyone know? I mean, he's been playing as a left winger for us last couple of matches. I'm not really sure is he meant to overlap? Is he meant to whip in crosses? Is he meant to underlap and take shots? Technically, he's not sound. It's not like he's got robust pace either. What is Ben Chilwell really offering on that left side? Once again, I reiterate, I get it, he's vice captain. But wouldn't Ian Martson be better in that position? Wouldn't Ian Martson be offering us a lot more? Ian Martson's crossing ability. Ian Martson has an eye for a goal as well. Technically, I think Ian Martson's better. So what is Chilwell actually doing for us? I'm quite stranged out. Not only he's taken up a left wing spot where a winger should be there, but he's not really even giving us what a winger should be giving us. So I'm not really sure. I'm just a bit confused as to what Ben Chilwell's doing on that left side. The shot that was missed by Nicholas Jackson yesterday, when Sterling went through that blockbuster dribble and he squared the ball and Nicholas Jackson missed the shot, it fell to Ben Chilwell, and Ben Chilwell took a shot with his right foot. He literally just passed it back to the defenders, to West Ham defenders. I'm not really sure what Ben Chilwell's doing. Cozy, thank you so much for the super chat. Desarci had a yellow card. That's why Antonio scored. Yeah, okay. That's why he scored. Okay. we know he had a yellow card. But that's not why he scored. Desarci had no idea where Luis Diaz was last weekend, floating in behind him. Next up, I want to talk about someone saying, you're not talking about Thiago. He alone wastes time on the ball too much. Brother, you can talk as much about Thiago Silva and you can slander and you can downplay him. He's still our best defender. So you can sit there and you know talk down on him. He's still our best defender, hands down. Thiago Silva is still our best defender, and that says something. Thiago Silva's 39. Next up, Mudryk. What do I even say about Mudryk, man? There are certain times where Mudryk he looks so incredible. You think, wow, this guy, if he just gets things right, if he just clicks, he's going to be sensational. But then he comes on in the second half yesterday. Golden opportunity for Mudryk to really impress. And wow, you could not have asked for a worse game than what he produced. Chukwuemeka gets injured. Chukwuemeka was having a fantastic game. The right energy, the right intensity. He was getting stuck into duels. He was getting very busy inside the box, gets the goal. He was looking to link up. Chukwuemeka was buzzing before he got injured. And then Mudryk comes on. Oh my God. There was an opportunity inside the box. The ball fell to him and he hit it for a 6. And what's Mudryk's role on the left side? Are you meant to take players on? Are you meant to go to the byline? Are you meant to cut in? Are you meant to ping shots? Are you meant to look for key passes? Why is he so scrambled in his head as to what is required of him from that left side? His touches, yep, you're absolutely right. Touches are poor, passes are poor. How's Pochettino, like, you know how we're sitting here and we're asking for him to be given a chance? How's Pochettino meant to give him a chance? How's Poch meant to give him a chance when he drops disaster classes like that? This brother, like, I'm still patient. I'm still patient. I'm not giving up. I still think we need to give him more game time so that he can get some consistency. I rather see him than see Ben Chilwell on the left side as a left winger, because I don't know what Ben Chilwell is doing either. Mudryk, this is Chelsea Football Club. We can be patient, no problems. we enjoyed 12th. You best believe we can be patient. We enjoyed 12th last season. Yeah? But this is still Chelsea Football Club. There is still requirements. There is still achievements to be had. There is still targets to be met. We cannot be babysitting for too long. Like, you need to start showing and understanding. That was a strange performance from Mudryk, but we've seen these level of performances from Mudryk last season as well, if you remember. So that's Mudryk. I want to talk about Nicholas Jackson as well. Nicholas Jackson, brother, the you're gonna be judged based on how clinical you are. You're gonna be judged based on how clinical you are. Against Liverpool, Nicholas Jackson did everything but score a goal. He had chances. Nicholas Jackson had chances, but he couldn't score a goal. But we as a fan base, we appreciated the effort, we appreciated his skills, and we could see the goals will come. The goals will come. But that performance against West Ham, air shots, Jermaine, falling over, getting bundled over. Few 1-2s were good. Few link-ups were good. There was one dribble from him that was good. But you've got to be a lot better. You've got to be a lot better. Reginald, thank you so much for the super chat. I found the match day ball in my backyard and I live in South Africa. Thanks, Mudrik. We will come back up the Chelsea. Yeah. Nicholas Jackson, you have to start putting the goals in. You need to start putting the goals in, or else, yeah, we will be looking for. We are looking for a striker. We will be looking for a striker. You have to start putting them away. Your career is in your hands. You're going to get starts, and I want you to continue getting starts. But you got to convert some of those starts into fruitful scenarios for us and for yourself. On a game like this against West Ham, you got to be licking your lips to put them away. Like, you got to be looking at fixtures like West Ham, like Luton, like Bournemouth, like, yeah, I want to be the hero. I want to be the hero of the game. Got to put them away. Enzo Fernandez as well, that second half. I wasn't very happy with Enzo Fernandez. That second half was mad. First half, Enzo Fernandez was very good. He was producing some quality passes. But yeah, we got to pick up W's. That was an unnecessary loss. We're going to start picking up W's. Because I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, season goes like this. The season goes by like this. A lot of us are saying, oh, it's early. Just two games. Before you know, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's international break, it's 6, 7, 10. 10 games gone, and we are still floating about. It starts now. The seriousness. We got to work as a unit. We're letting in too many goals. Early goal against Liverpool. Goal against West Ham. And then the second half madness against West Ham. We have to be a lot tighter. Focus. All of this stuff, focus. This comes from the training ground. This comes from the coach. We've got to be a lot more focused. Got to pick up a W against Luton. It's a must. Then move on to the cup. We have to go as deep as possible, if not win one as well. Definitely try and win one. Against Wimbledon. Beat them. Create a momentum. This loss, well, we're lucky we've got a match coming up Friday night. So we don't have to dwindle and think about this too much. Let's take some of your comments now. One positive news, if Sterling plays like that every week, I'm very happy. That was Man City Sterling yesterday. Yeah. It's one positive, I suppose. Miz, can you answer this question? Why did we pay so much for defensive midfielders and defenders when it was the offense we lacked all last season and starting this season now? We needed midfielders, brother. Like, so many of our midfielders are gone. So yeah, the defenders, I hear you. Like, I personally feel there wasn't any need to get Axel Desasi. You might as well just keep Chalobah. But I think the whole idea is Chalobah is a academy player. Chalobah is going to give us profit, and it helps out balancing books. That's the idea. But Axel Desasi, I've got my eyes on what Axel Desasi is doing, because I'm not totally convinced. M Evolution, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Miz. You have noticed that our players still don't shoot from outside the box. Every other team seems to score from there. Yeah, yeah. We don't get ourselves into good shooting positions, do we? What I saw yesterday in the second half was too much sideways stuff. Like, how often do we set any of our midfielders up for a shooting opportunity? You got to stretch the defense. You got to get into the box and then cut the ball in so midfielders can have a shot. You look at some of the classics, of Man City, how they used to operate. Look at the times when Rodri scores. The wingers cut the ball back in to just outside the box, and then Rodri just slap shots it. Our wingers, for some reason, like yesterday, besides Sterling, he understands. But some of our wingers, Madueke, Mudryk, you don't see too many times hitting the byline and then squaring the ball back in. And even if they do, there's no midfielders running into it to score goals. So it's something we need to change. It's something we need to change. Definitely something we need to change. We did bring in attackers with Mudryk and Madueke. Them not firing is another debate. Also added Jackson. So defensive midfield was more needed this summer. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Because I don't think Poch trusts Chilwell in the build-up. Lewis Hall would have been a much better creative option on the left-hand side. We are lacking some Gahoonies to much back passes. Yeah, you know what? You're right. This is probably why we're keeping Ben Chilwell as high as possible. Because him as a left back, we probably don't trust him on the ball. This is why probably Levi Colwell is playing as a left back, because we trust him on the ball. But let's not use Ben Chilwell as a winger then. Let's actually use a proper winger. Because this current formation is not utilizing all our players' ability. Attack not fluid. Colwell, for example, not comfortable at all, and left back, and he's not doing breaking line passes. Exactly, because it's squeezing Colwell to the left. He's not being able to do those line breaking passes, because when he's a little bit more central, he can find those line breaking passes through the middle. Now he's pushed all the way to the left. Opposition can really hone in and pressurize him, and he's only left with one option, is to go long to Chilwell. So we need to sort this out. We definitely need to sort this out. If we scored that pen, Mudryk makes complete sense, as West Ham wouldn't park the plane. Yeah, and that's the other thing. We need to figure out who's going to take our penalties, because I don't like Enzo's technique in penalties. I definitely don't like it. It's too predictable. You can tell which way he wants to go. And his shots, it's not clinical. If you're going to if you're going to keep it low, you got to hit the low corners. And if you want to hit it high, you got to hit those top corners. You hit anywhere else, a goalkeeper's going to save it. If they guess the right way, they'll save it. And it's not like Enzo has a stutter like Jorginho, where he makes the goalkeeper jump before and then he slots the shot in. You look at the way Paqueta took his penalty. Paqueta comes in with a shimmy, stops, makes Sanchez dive, and then he goes the other way. So, yeah. Final comment from FHT, and then we'll wrap this truth bomb up. Miz doesn't want to hear the real truth. This squad is mid. But I'm here for a truth bomb. You're telling me I don't want to hear the real truth. We don't have a top striker. Our defense is weak. Our goalkeeper is weak. Our wingers are incapable. Only midfield is good standard. Brother, do you understand, FHT? We spent 800 million. You're talking like we need to spend another 800 million. Have some shame, bro. Have some shame. I'm not going to sit here and say Madueke, Mudryk are completely useless. Yeah, they've not performed well. I understand that. But this is where I need the manager. I need the manager to wake up. Goalkeeper, not the world-class goalkeeper, but it's not like he's absolutely useless either. Who could we have got? Andre Onana went to Man United, and Mike Mannion doesn't want to leave AC Milan at the moment. So you keep telling me the same thing every live chat, and I'll keep giving you the same response. Like, you're being unrealistic. You're really being unrealistic. HH saying Raya is at Raya is at Arsenal, brother. Why you want Raya now? He's at Arsenal. You could have said, okay, Diogo Costa from Porto. Okay, then I could say, all right, maybe. But we've already spent a lot of money. We've already spent a lot of money. Santiago saying Raya was available. A lot of you guys didn't want Raya. Don't come around here now telling me, oh, Raya. A lot of you guys didn't want Raya. So they're unlisted saying Raya isn't an upgrade. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps us up for the Truth Bomb. I wanted to talk about Poch. I wanted to talk about certain players. Let me know if you've just logged on now. Just check back the entire show. Let me know in the comment section how you felt about everything. Look, all is not lost, but it's alarming. It's alarming. I don't want us to lose that way. There is a way to lose. That's not a way to lose. Like last weekend, when we drew against Liverpool, we all felt that, do you know what? The team did really good. We should have won. We all were very, very confident and happy of the performance and thinking, do you know what? We should now take this to West Ham and we should be able to smash them out of the park. But to then take that match against Liverpool and do what we did against West Ham, that's a backward step. So it's alarming for me. We need to come back and start playing better. No more excuses. I understand Chukwuemeka is injured. I get it. But you got Ian Maatsen. Use Ian Maatsen. You've been using Ian Maatsen in the preseason, and now all of a sudden you don't use Ian Maatsen one bit. You got options. Start using them. Start using some of these options. And the owner and the board is still looking to find you one creative attacker, possibly a striker as well. So soon, honestly, us as a fan base, it'll be a disgrace. We'll literally have nothing to say. Our rivals are laughing at us. Even us as a fan base, we're laughing at ourselves. We have spent so much money and we're looking to spend even more money to bring in more players. And if we don't start picking up W's, we will not be, it's not going to look good. What happened to Santos? I don't know, man. He did travel, but he wasn't in the squad. He did travel to West Ham. He might get loaned out. Sad, but he might get loaned out. Anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I'll catch you guys soon. Smash the like button before you go. You guys all been here, so thank you for your time. Really appreciate your time. Smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys later on tonight for a recap of the Chelsea news. Take care and see you.